Welcome, and breathe with me. Today we're discussing something many people know they should do but struggle with: reapplying sunscreen throughout the day. You apply sunscreen in the morning carefully and thoroughly. You feel protected. But as the hours pass, that protection diminishes. Sunscreen breaks down, wears away with sweat and touch, and gradually loses effectiveness. Reapplication isn't optional, it's essential for continued protection. The standard recommendation is to reapply every 2 hours of sun exposure. This isn't arbitrary. Studies show that most sunscreens, even water-resistant ones, lose significant effectiveness after 2 hours of continuous UV exposure. Chemical sunscreens break down as they absorb UV radiation. That's literally how they work. They absorb rays and convert them to heat. But this process gradually degrades the active ingredients, reducing protection over time. Physical sunscreens are more stable, but they can still rub off, be diluted by sweat, or settle into skin creases, creating gaps in coverage. Additionally, most people don't apply enough sunscreen initially. We use 25 to 50% of the recommended amount, meaning our actual SPF is much lower than the bottle claims. Reapplication helps compensate for this initial underapplication, so reapplication is crucial. But how do you actually do it, especially over makeup in the middle of your day? Let's explore practical reapplication strategies for different situations. If you're barefaced or wearing minimal makeup, reapplication is straightforward. Gently blot away excess oil with blotting paper if needed. Apply your sunscreen just as you did in the morning. A generous amount massaged gently into your skin. Let it absorb briefly before resuming activities. Keep a tube of your favorite sunscreen in your bag, car, or desk drawer. Make it accessible so reapplication becomes easy and automatic. But what if you're wearing full makeup? This is where reapplication gets tricky, but remains important. Powder sunscreens are designed for reapplication over makeup. These are loose or pressed powders with SPF that you can dust or pat over your makeup without disturbing it. They provide a quick protection boost and can even mattify shine. However, be realistic about powder sunscreen limitations. It's difficult to apply enough powder to achieve the labeled SPF. Think of it as supplemental protection rather than complete coverage. It's better than nothing, but not quite as effective as cream reapplication. To use powder sunscreen effectively, apply generous amounts, more than feels natural. Use a kabuki or powder brush for loose powder or the provided puff for pressed powder. Press and roll the powder onto your skin rather than sweeping it. Focus on high exposure areas: forehead, nose, cheeks, and chin. Sunscreen setting sprays are another option for makeup wearers. These are mists containing SPF that you spray over your face to refresh protection. Like powder sunscreens, they're convenient but have limitations. The challenge with spray sunscreens is application control. It's hard to know if you've applied enough, and much of the product can drift away rather than landing on your skin. You also need to ensure even coverage. If using sunscreen spray, close your eyes and mouth, hold the bottle 6 to 8 inches from your face. Spray generously in a continuous motion, covering your entire face. Then pat it gently with clean hands to ensure even distribution. Spray in a well-ventilated area and avoid inhaling the mist. Sunscreen sticks offer another convenient reapplication method. These solid balms in stick form allow you to swipe sunscreen over makeup without using your hands. They're portable, mess-free, and easy to apply targeted protection to high-exposure areas. Apply sunscreen sticks in multiple layers, swiping back and forth several times to build adequate coverage. The portability makes them perfect for tossing in your purse or pocket. Some people prefer to remove makeup, reapply cream sunscreen, then touch up makeup. This ensures the most thorough protection but requires more time and effort. If you're outdoors all day, at the beach, park, or outdoor event, this might be worth doing. For those working indoors with limited sun exposure, reapplication strategy can be more relaxed. If you're inside with minimal window exposure most of the day, one morning application might suffice for typical daily life. But for any extended outdoor time, even a lunch walk or afternoon errands, reapplication matters. If you work near windows or have significant UV exposure indoors, reapplication remains important. UVA rays penetrate glass, and chronic exposure adds up to premature aging and skin damage. Consider your individual sun exposure when determining reapplication frequency. Continuous outdoor exposure requires strict 2-hour reapplication. Intermittent sun exposure, being outside briefly throughout the day, might not require such rigid timing, but you should still reapply if you'll be outdoors for extended periods. Water activities demand more frequent reapplication. Even water-resistant 80-minute sunscreen should be reapplied immediately after swimming, toweling off, or heavy sweating. Water-resistant doesn't mean waterproof. The sunscreen will gradually wash away. If you're swimming or sweating heavily, reapply every 40-80 minutes depending on your sunscreen's water resistance rating. Better yet, be conservative and reapply frequently. You can't over-apply sunscreen when you're in the water. For outdoor activities like hiking, sports, or yard work, reapply every 2 hours minimum or more frequently if you're sweating heavily. Keep sunscreen easily accessible so you remember to reapply. Let's discuss specific body areas that need reapplication attention. Your face, neck, ears, and chest are usually well covered by morning application and reapplication. But people often forget their hands, forearms, and any other exposed skin. Hands in particular need frequent reapplication. We wash them multiple times daily, removing sunscreen each time. Apply sunscreen to the backs of your hands after washing them, especially if you'll be driving or spending time outdoors. If you're in the car frequently, you might want to keep a small tube of sunscreen in your car for easy hand and arm reapplication before driving. Left side sun damage from driving is real and cumulative. The scalp is another often forgotten area. If you have thinning hair or a receding hairline, protect your scalp with hat, sunscreen spray, or powder sunscreen designed for hair scalp use. Let's address the mental and habit-forming aspects of reapplication. The biggest barrier isn't logistics, it's remembering to do it and overcoming the inconvenience. Set alarms on your phone if you'll be outdoors for extended periods. A 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. reminder can prompt midday reapplication. Build reapplication into existing routines. Reapply after lunch, or when you take an afternoon break, or before leaving work if you'll be driving with sun exposure. Keep multiple sunscreens in different locations: your purse, car, office desk, gym bag. Accessibility removes excuses. Choose reapplication products you genuinely like using. If your powder sunscreen feels nice and looks good on you, you'll use it. If your sunscreen stick has a pleasant texture, reapplication becomes less of a chore. For children, reapplication is equally important and often more challenging. They resist, they move, they're busy playing, but their skin is more vulnerable and they're often outdoors longer than adults. Stick to regular reapplication schedules. Make it part of the routine, reapply after lunch, after pool time, and use convenient spray or stick formulas that make application quicker. Consider sun protective clothing to reduce the amount of skin requiring reapplication. As we close, remember that morning sunscreen application is your foundation, but reapplication is what maintains that protection throughout the day. It's inconvenient, sometimes annoying, and easy to forget, but it's also non-negotiable for truly effective sun protection. Sun damage is cumulative. Every time you skip reapplication during extended sun exposure, you're allowing damage to accumulate. Over years and decades, this adds up to premature aging, dark spots, texture changes, and increased skin cancer risk. The most beautiful anti-aging routine in the world cannot reverse sun damage as effectively as prevention can protect you. Reapplication is prevention. It's care. It's telling yourself that your health matters enough to take this extra step. Take a deep breath and commit to reapplication as part of your sun protection practice. Find methods that work for your lifestyle. Build habits that make it automatic. Honor your skin by protecting it thoroughly. May you remember to reapply. May you find convenient methods that fit your life. May you protect yourself consistently and completely. Thank you for this time together. Be well and be gentle with yourself.